Imagine learning how to fly drones like me. Do you know that drones are the next big thing, just like the early days of the internet? My name is TRADINGVIEW, and I'm a US certified drone pilot and founder of Aerial Flight Systems. Welcome to my online course. In this course, I'm going to be teaching you about drones, showing you how to fly drones, and how to make money from drone business. Even if you know nothing about drones, I have put together the best knowledge to get you started. So relax, get this course, and let me show you the next big skill via drones. Click the link and get started.
Hello guys, welcome back again to today's edition of the weekly live analysis. I know it's been a long run. I know it's been a long time that I came live, but it's been a long time we did this. So I'm glad to have you all once again back watching me live again. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin in real time, what Bitcoin and the global financial market has been doing over time, and what we're more likely going to see price do in the coming days and in the coming weeks. So, but we're going to talk about what's generally happening to the crypto markets and what the world and the global financial markets is currently doing. So, if you're new to this channel, like I always talk about it, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tick the bell icon, and so you don't always miss a beat whenever we go live or probably post a content on our channel. So I'm glad to have you guys once again. So keep sharing the link and just keep getting your folks right here on this channel, so they as well get to benefit from today's teaching, because it's going to be interactive, and you of course going to learn a lot while we discuss what the market is doing over time and what you're more likely going to see happen to price action. So I'm going to start off with the big question, just like our title goes, are the Bitcoin bears back? I know that's the question that's right now causing panic in the market and getting everybody right now in the market literally worried. So there's now this sentiments in the market where people now talk about, where analysts and majority of the traders now talk about Bitcoin seeing a dead cat bounce, and as well making cases for a price correction to probably way lower, probably way lower to what we saw, lower than what we saw April and May. So in today's video, like I said, I'm going to share my views and what you're more likely going to see price do over time. Of course, I've been talking about this, that the market doesn't move with a straight line, that also like it moves in a wave. At some point, you just pay the market to correct, take a break before it continues to the upside, or if it's on a downtrend, before it's probably continues the downside. So welcome back again. So we're gonna start and we're gonna kick off with checking what the market's been doing so far on the daily, the market reaction so far on the daily, to better understand what is going on. So we have Bitcoin currently trading at $46,300 mark, down 2%. This is just a range. In the last 24 hours. What's been doing is literally down 2%. Of course, you know that crashes above. Of course, we generally know that was about a 20% crash, but the range in the past 24 hours is still minus 2%. And then we have the dominance still sitting around the 43 points, and we have Ethereum still within the last 24 hours down negative 1.7%. And then what do we have? We have Solana, BNB, Doge, and ADA, XRP, all markets literally down. And then we're seeing volume move. We see USDC, USDT DAI, BUSD, all literally green, which tells us that at this particular point we're seeing volume move from the crypto market down to the stable coins, which is literally nothing but as some sort of a cyclical stuff, because over time we've as well been seeing it turn red, and now it's currently green. Money is moving from the crypto market to the stable coins. It's literally nothing but. So we're going to look at Bitcoin on the weekly, according to Coin360, to better understand what the market has been doing over time. So Bitcoin in the past 1 week is still down, minus 4%, and Ethereum down 8%. And then literally every market is down. Like the market is generally down, and this is just after we've seen this nice rally up to $52,000. Like I said, the market doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in a waves. At some point, you expect correction, and then you expect a reaccumulation before price continues to head in an upward direction. So far, we're going to look into the volume across every exchanges to better understand the interactions so far in the market. So let's look into what the volume so far in the market. This is in the past 1 week. Let's look at the volume. We have Binance up 84%. So we've been seeing constant flow of flow of fiat into the exchange, constant interaction between the buyers and sellers into on the exchanges, and Binance up 84%, which is about $870 billion. And then we have OKs and Upbeat and Bybit and CoinTiger, all literally green. Generally, the market has been this lots of buys and sells reaction going on in the crypto market, which is the reason why we're having this huge flow of fiat in across every exchange. So we're briefly going to look into Google Trends to better understand what the news so far, what's trending so far in the market, and what traders, what generally the media is talking about. So let's go to Google and check what the media right now is talking about Bitcoin and the global market. And of course, because sentiments most time gets to drive this thing, and so we as well need to be positive, which we as well need to be positive alongside the market. So we're going to look into Google. Let's look at what so far is trending according to Google, and from there we're going to make our judgments on what's going to happen over time. We are also going to look into the fear and greed index to better understand what traders like you and I are feeling right now about the crypto market. So according to the fear and greed index, we are seeing we still seeing Bitcoin having this still staying at the 47 point, which is basically neutral at the moment. And at this point, the market is just at the neutral phase, where we are literally no much of a panic in the market, and no much of a greed in the market, and no much fear in the market. It's just literally neutral until your price gets to choose whichever way you want to go. So we're going to look into the graphical representations of our emotions over time, which brings us back to this chart. All right, which brings us to this chart. This is our emotions plotted in real time. What traders like you and I are feeling about the market, or what traders like you and I are literally feeling about the market. So according to this chart I have here, so it's obvious that after the long accumulation at the $30,000 mark, Bitcoin saw about an 84% increase in price, which after that it had a correction yesterday, and that happened really fast. I'm going to say that it happened really fast. And now price, when looking at this chart, you're going to see that this is on the macro scale. Price is first time on the macro scale. Our emotions, not price. This is our emotions. So our emotions is having a first higher low on the macro scale. Impressive how most times we get to react to this thing. So our emotions for the first time is having our first higher lows on the weekly. So there's literally nothing, according to this information right here displaying on my screen, there's literally nothing bad going on the market. So we're going to look into Google to better understand what traders, what the media is talking about, because the media and her fundamentals always have a way of manipulating price. So we're going to look into it, all right, to better understand so far the news we have around going on in the crypto markets and the general financial market as well. So first we have Bitcoin and others pose danger to global economy, EFCC boss. Okay, let's up next. Then we have protests as Bitcoin crashes after El Salvador adopts Bitcoin as legal tender. That's negative. And then we have Bitcoin draws 18%. El Salvador still in line with what we have there. That's all negative sentiment. And then we have Nigeria leads Africa in Bitcoin adoption, and that's positive. Let's check what next. We have criminals now prefer Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yes, that's negative. Then we have crypto tsunami as Bitcoin suddenly loses 9,000. This is really funny. Just about a 20% crash in the market. We have panic. We have the whole media carrying negative news around. So that's as well negative. And of course, you have oil producers and Bitcoin miners meeting in Texas to discuss cooperative mining possibilities. That's positive. That's positive. First in the long run. And then we have scammers offer free Bitcoin on hacked government sites in Russia as crypto. That's negative, of course. And then we have 14 suspects in cryptocurrency investment of cryptocurrency investment scam arrested in Taiwan. That's positive or negative, I don't know. So it's you classify it based on your instincts. And then we have Bitcoin market dominance dipped down to 40%, while Ethereum and other crypto market caps swell. All right, that negative in the chairman. So far we've been seeing more of negative news in the last 24 hours, in the last few days, according to the Google Trends. So we're now going to let's look into the real Bitcoin stats. All right, real Bitcoin price stats to better understand the fiat, the ratio to Bitcoin, fiat and all that in the market, the flows. So right now we're still seeing Bitcoin price change, and we're seeing exchanges volume and flow still literally up. We're having it at 34% and about $75 billion. So we're going to look into Ethereum, what Ethereum has been doing over time. And then we have the price change literally down 9%. And then we have the still market caps change literally 9%, down 9%. And then we have the fiat volume flow still positive, real positive at the moment. Volume change in the past 1 week. So let's look into what ADA has been doing as well. ADA price change and volume change as well, down 15% in the past 1 week. And then we have still the fiat flow, the fiat flow still positive, and literally every other thing here is positive. So we're going to look into Solana price stats to see what she's been doing over time. So this is one of the this is so green. This is so Solana from all angles is literally positive, both price change and market cap change and fiat volume change. So literally everything about and Solana is positive. So far, that's it for the Bitcoin and the general crypto market cap state, and we've seen the positive and the negative or sentiment still coming around since the last 1 week and the last 24 hours since price has been so volatile. So we're going to look into real price action. Okay, let's look at the market top gainers so far. I think okay, this is very important. The market top gainers, we see Near Protocol up 91%, and then we see Quant up 67% in the past 1 week. So let's look at what we have next. Next up, and we have Hex up 89%, and we have Phantom up 59%. Let's look what we have next. We have Solana is up by 54%, and then we have iOS token up 54%. Let's see what we have next. And we have Bitcoin Cash ABC up 48%. That's impressive. And then we have Algorand up by 45%. What do we have next? And then we have IOTA still up 42%, and MDS token still up 23%. What do we have next? That's all for the top gainers. So we're going to that's all for the top gainers. Let's look at the state of the crypto market. The total crypto market is still sitting around the 2.3 trillion mark. That's impressive. That's been a rally so far, all the way from 1.1 to 2.3. We've actually achieved a lot. Over $1 trillion came back to the market. That's something impressive. And then currently is down by 1.58% over the last week. And this as well, this information as well values your crypto assets at 32.4% of gold's market cap. We still have long way to go when it comes to there's always this question that comes out all time. Do you really think that Bitcoin is ever going to get to the market cap size of gold? Don't worry, we're going to talk about that, and don't forget to check out our media pages. Where every week on Fridays and Sundays we share our views on the financial market. We've also been talking about this particular information. We talked about it in last week, so make sure you join us on. You follow us on Twitter, so you always get to be part of the community and part of the discussion when we start it again. So that's it for the state of the crypto market cap. Now we're going to look into real price action to better understand what the market is doing. I know. Regardless the whole dip, you still need to get what the market is doing, and so you don't always get to miss out or probably just get confused. So understanding the market gives you a better edge to managing your positions and just literally staying safe in the markets as well. So in the past days, I have this come up. I posted this on our Signal Room, on our premium channel, where we talk about the market and as well share our view on the market. This was something I published some weeks ago of Bitcoin chances of forming a new accumulation range before price probably heads to new all-time high, or maybe corrects or see this huge crash to the downside. Now what we have here is Bitcoin still within the range. Like I said here, it's still within the range, which of course our part 2 is bear traps coming around the $44,000 mark. We've already had that, and now we have the top of the range at 52,900 price. Already retested that. As you can see, I marked those levels shortly before the market even went to that particular price. And if you want to benefit from this, or you want to always want to stay connected to what the market is doing in real time, you make sure you sign up, visit Double.school and take the Trade and Make Money course, where you get added to our premium community, so you don't always get to miss a bit, and so you always as well get to be exposed to the crypto market, because there's lots to do aside trading. There are lots you need to know aside trading. So regardless, we still have Bitcoin still back in range, and nothing really bad right now. So it's still on the chart until we get to see a break of 44,000. That as well we get to trigger these huge bearish sentiments in the market, which could as well trigger a more crash in price. So until that happens, price is more likely going to range here before it continues to the new all-time highs. And another thing is checking on the time of the year. This is September, and it's not always for the bears. It's more like September has always been more of an accumulation month, and as well some move to the upside. It's never been some sort of a bearish season. So let's stick with that and see what price does next from here, and just watch out for it. So we're looking at right now on the Bitcoin on the macro scale, what has been happening over time. So this is one important chart I've been talking about in the past months, all right, since we left the $30,000 mark, and since we are ranging at the $30,000 mark, and now we see price over time maintain the $30,000 mark, and saw this huge increase up until 52,000, which as well made it to climb above the 2.61 Fibonacci extension level, which at some point was a huge resistance lines, and now price is currently trading above it. That's impressive, and huge chances that we just still maintain it, and of course accumulate for a while, just like the first pattern talked about, and before price gets to an upward direction, which of course anything aside that, you just see price still pull this move to the downside. And now we're going to look at on the macro scale the total crypto market cap to better understand what the market is doing. Still right here on my screen, still sitting above the $2 trillion mark, and as well resting comfortably above the 2.168 Fibonacci extension level, which was at some point a resistance, and now price have seen this huge spark to the upside after retesting that particular resistance, which is currently serving as a support. So it's much likely price just accumulates here for a while before heading in an upward direction. So we're going to look into the Bitcoin. We're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance to better understand what we're more likely going to see price or Bitcoin do over time? Still, I've been talking about this particular data for months now, and still not yet done anything real significant. And I'm gonna say that this is more like a double bottom, alright, which as well is in line with our huge support line, which over time price is still gonna repair to the upside. It doesn't fall in one direction and it doesn't pump in one direction. At some point, you just expect a consolidation and reaccumulation before price heads in an upward direction. So that's it for real Bitcoin Live price action. All right, and so we're going to look into let's look briefly into the key markets to better understand what the global market has been doing. So because obviously it's not Bitcoin is not the only asset that's been crashing in the past 24 hours. So we better understand what other markets and globally are doing. So Bitcoin is still down about $934 in the past 24 hours, right? And we have the S&P 500 down by $6.2 bucks. That's negative 0.14%, and then we have gold down $3.41, that's negative 0.16%, and we have silver down $0.3, that's negative 1.38%, and then we have euro down $0. All right, this is a stable coin, and then we have the yen and all that. So as you can see here on my screen, the stock market has not been performing over time, and I always talk about this every day, all time, that the stock market always have this positive correlation with the crypto market, and as long as one is not performing, as long as, let's say, the stock market is not performing, the crypto market as well is not going to perform. It's still going to have to play along a range before every market gets to pull up the decisive move to either side of the market. So we're going to look at what's actually, now the big question here is what's actually driving this price action, and what has caused this general market, Bitcoin and the stock traditional market crashed over time. So we're going to look into the dollar index, the DXY index, to better understand what's been happening over time. So on my previous videos, I talked about this, that we are approaching times, all right, where cryptos and the major stocks is going to be used as an hedge against the dollar devaluation in the coming months. And what we're seeing right here in dollar is this: dollar so far have not yet gone past the resistance line that I've been talking about for weeks, and now that was an obvious rejection, and we closed above that particular line. And checking on this particular normal technicals, when we break a rising wedge, price retest the bottom of the wedge. I know this is a trillion. This is a trillion asset. Like, this is a trillion global asset. So you don't expect it to just go volatile just in a minute. So it takes a time before it happens. So from here to here, it's more like it's like years of price action. So it doesn't move real quick. You just see it gradually happen over time. So, but then technically on dollar, we've seen a bearish setup, and checking as well on the state of all the markets, all right, that's been traded against the dollar, is actually been a bullish setup after the global financial market, all right, has been seeing this uprise, this increase, this rally ever since the COVID-19, the Black Swan event we had last, which was the COVID-19 crash. We saw right there in the chart. That was when dollar, that was actually when dollar first started correcting. All right, that was when dollar first started correcting after we had that. After we successfully used it as an hedge during that crisis. And shortly after that, we had April. We have come around August when dollar broke to the downside. And ever since August 2020, that dollar broke to the downside. And every other market has been doing well, has been performing. The stock and the crypto market, they all been performing. So currently, what dollar is just doing is retesting and ranging within bearish accumulation, bearish redistribution stage, which at some point it gets to break down to the downside, and that's as well is going to make all the markets, the crypto market and the stock market, flip to the positive side. So that's it for the dollar chart. The dollar chart still literally very bad, I'm going to say. And like I've always talked about it, that over time we're going to see the dollar, we're going to see the crypto market and the stocks market used as an hedge against dollar devaluation. And until that gets invalidated, the trend the trend is your friend until the end of a trend. Like I always talk about it, it doesn't always move in one direction. You expect price, you just expect at some point some sort of a crash in accumulation before price gets to repair over time. So thank you once again for staying live with me, and don't forget, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, tick the bell icon so you don't always get to miss a bit whenever we go live or probably push a content on our YouTube or on our channel. So now we're going to, let's pick up questions. And okay, what questions we have here? We more likely not having much questions right here. Do you have questions coming up? It looks like we literally not having much questions right here. So we're going to be rounding up today, and don't forget to leave your questions. You already have a Twitter thread opened. Don't forget to leave your questions right there. We're going to ask. Don't forget as well to comment your questions. Drop your questions down in the comment section. We're going to pick it up. All right, we're going to pick it up, and as well, go check on what we've been doing on Twitter over time. As well, drop your questions on the pinned comments, on the pinned post. All right, so it's as well get picked up or answered during our next Twitter space. I'll be coming live on Friday and every Sunday. So that's it for today, and don't forget as well, if you're watching me from wherever you're watching me, you might as well need pick up our Trade and Make Money course on www.daba.school, so you get added to a community as well, learn about Bitcoin and the global financial market, and as well get to be exposed on every other thing that's going on right now in the crypto market and in the general blockchain industry. Okay, so that's it for today, and thanks for watching, and then don't forget, subscribe and like so you don't always get to miss a bit. See you next week.
For 12 hours. I came into the blockchain space in 2016 after listening to Andreas Antonopoulos and other cryptocurrency influencers and top leaders on YouTube. For 12 hours, I was glued on a Friday evening from 6 p.m. to the next day. And guess what? I learned about the potentials of Bitcoin, the way cryptocurrency will change the world and disrupt global finance. My name is Chris Annie. I'm the founder of the first platform where people can learn about Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency investment in Nigeria. Of course, you know Cryptohub.club. Currently, we have membership in over 6 nations and our monthly web visitors from over 40 nations. Welcome to our cryptocurrency trading and investment masterclass, where I and other lead facilitators at Cryptohub.club will be teaching you how you can make profitable gains and become a profitable trader in this new emerging asset class. Now, the core of this training is to teach you how you can replicate our success in the Bitcoin and blockchain space. We've been able to do quite a lot of trades, and we've seen over 70% success ratio in our trades. And that's the same thing we want to bring to you. You can get results. The big thing about cryptocurrency, or the good thing about cryptocurrency trading and investment, is that you can trade with your smartphone anywhere in the world as long as you have an access to the internet. And it's that simple. And with your capital, whatever you're starting with, no matter how little you're starting with, no matter how big you're starting with, you can over time double, triple your investments. And guess what also? You can also build a 6 to 7 figure portfolio with cryptocurrency trading. That's what we're going to teach you in this masterclass. You're going to learn risk management. You're going to learn how to avoid scams. You're going to learn how to trade effectively on your own. You don't even need the supervision again. And the big one, when you're part of our masterclass, we're going to add you to our private trading and signal room where you are given on-the-spot information. Whether you are in traffic, whether you are anywhere you are, you're going to get live trade signals on your phone. And that's the beauty, and that's the stuff we're offering to you. Now, what you're going to do quickly is to click the link below to be part of this masterclass. It's not free, but click the link below and see what we're offering you. You're going to love it. Plus all the water discounts and all the offer to even have mentorship with us. I'm glad I'll be seeing you in this masterclass. I want to see you become a winning and a profitable trader. Until then, I'll catch you.